All right. Greetings, everyone. I hope you all are doing great today. In this occasion, please allow us from Group 2, which is included me, Zulfa, Zain, Diva, and Naura, to present the material about themes in prose. So, this material is have some contents. The first is what is theme. The second is how to identify theme. The third is type of theme. The fourth is the place of ideas in literature. And the last one is author's purpose of theme. The first topic will be brought by my friend. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Zulfa. So yes, for the first topic, it will be about the definition about theme. When one of the ideas seems to turn up over and over again throughout a work, it is called the theme. So when you read a literary work and you notice that there's this idea that keep turn up over and over again throughout the work you read, that's the theme of the story. Theme is general idea or underlying meaning in a literary work. It's kind of like the way the author wrote the piece, they putting a theme in there. Maybe they're not directly think like, okay, I'm going to put this theme in here. If you write something, it's going to have a theme. And the third one, the word theme is sometimes used in the sense of moral. So yeah, well, them can be moral or lessons of the story. Okay, for the next topic, it will be about how to identify theme. Okay, so you may ask, so how we identify theme inside the story. The first one, identify the plot of the story. So when you reading a story, now note down the main literary elements such as the plot, because the plot of the story is the way the story elements are arranged. So it will give you a hint to identify the theme in the story. The second one is identify the subject of the story. Yes, so you should be able to identify the subject of the story because it will help you understand about the theme in the story. The third one, know the protagonist or the main character. Knowing and analyzing the protagonist is very important in identifying the theme of a story. Get to identify and list both the physical and non-physical attributes of the protagonist, and it will help you to complete a hint to find the theme. And number four, identify the conflict. The main character is always involved in conflict. As a reader, try to figuring out what exactly the main character is in conflict with or what specifically they are struggling with. The main character can be in conflict with severally things. They include conflict between the main character with another character, with the society, and maybe a conflict within himself or with the force of nature. Number five, get to know how the conflict is being resolved. How the conflict is resolved in the story is a way of identifying a theme. Whoever gets out the winner in the conflict is a clue the writer gives the reader on which fork is greater and better. And the last one, get a conclusion. Study the main character, the conflict he was involved in, and its resolution to determine what the theme of the story is. The conclusion usually summarizes the main points, and through it, you can easily identify the theme of the story.
All right, thank you, Diva. So the third one is types of theme. There are so many themes. If we have to admit one by one, we don't have enough time to do that. So we can summarize them into this list, which, as you can see, there are at least 20 types of themes in common in general. The first one is circle of life, or maybe you are more familiar with the repeat events in the story. And then there's coming of age, which in a novel genre, it most known as young adult genre. And then there's faith versus doubt, family, faith versus free will, good versus evil, hubris, identity, justice, loneliness, man versus nature, man versus self, man versus society, power and corruption, pursuit of love, revenge, sacrificial love, survival, the environment, and war. Those are the most themes that was we can summarize of all that we can say about types of themes. And the next topic will be brought by my friend Naura. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Zulfa. Next, also for the next topic will be the place of ideas in literature. Next slide, please. So in analyzing a literature, you need to avoid the trap of confusion between ideas and action. Ideas are not the same with action. So that for such confusion, it can be found in one of the literature by O'Connor, The First Confession. There's a statement which sounded like the major character, Jackie, misbehaves at home and tries to slash his sister with a bread knife. And so that this sentence successfully describes a major character and events. And for this reason, it's only abstract an understanding, but not really like showing us the main idea. But some possible connection can be achieved with sentence like first confession illustrate the idea that family life may produce anger and potential violence. So it won't be just retelling O'Connor's story. So yes, the ideas do not describe the major action in a story. It has to connect characters and event. And second one, distinguishing between ideas and situation. If the narrator only describes what is happening or what is going on with the character, then it is not an idea. Situation can bring out idea, but it is not an idea itself. For example, in Lovell's poem Patterns, the narrator describes what is happening to her as a result of her fiance's death, but her plight or her sad circumstances is not an idea. But it can produce an idea if you make the sentence like, such as that future plans may be destroyed by an uncontrollable circumstances. Next slide, please. And so for the next topic, it will be about author's purpose of them. Next slide, please. So what is author's purpose of using them for writing in their story, in their writing? Author wants to convey the underlying message, meaning through the writing. And them might be the reason itself of why the author proceeded to write the story. Author, of course, wants to communicate the common ground with reader, although the particular of your experience may be different from the detail of the story. But the general underlying truth behind the story may be just the connection that both you and the writer are seeking. And because themes create meaning and emotional impact, therefore theme add depth and cohesion, so that for a writer, a good understanding of theme is necessary to craft a great story that reader will love.
All right, these are the resources that we have been used to present this material to you. And I think that's all that we can present about the material to you. If you found any mistakes in this presentation, or if you have any question, please allow us to know. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day.